Let me mark out the 5-minute candle real quick. Making higher, lower highs on the 15-minute. Let me see real quick. Mark out the 5-minute candle real quick. All right. 5-minute chart. Let's go to the 5-minute. And there's that 5-minute candle. Boom. And let me see. And a boom. Boom. There's the 5-minute range. Nice. Yeah, I don't trade crypto anymore. Alright, let's go to the 1-minute chart real quick. Let me see this. Wait. Alright, there it is. I thought the range was... Did I mess it up? No, that's good. Alright. Alright, let's actually go to the hourly chart real quick. I'll go to the hourly chart. We're still in that 5-minute range. I mean, we've been trending. We're so far away. It's going to be very interesting to see during FOMC if we fill this gap right here. I mean, this is wild. Ever since we've been just rallying up slowly but surely. Crazy. Now 15-minute chart. On the 15-minute chart, you can see we put in a high. This is a lower high. Now we'll see what happens here. Is this going to be another lower high to start really going back down? Kind of seems like it. And then 5-minute chart, you can see that a little better, right? You got the high, lower high, and now look, another lower high. So, or we could just range until, you know, right now we're still above VWAP. So, yeah, this is NASDAQ. Bro, I'm down $400. Listen, man, it's part of the game. I don't know if $400 is like oversized for you or not. For one person that's a normal position, for somebody else that's over leveraged. But if you're over leveraged, you gotta size down. Bro, please, I need a good trade. Don't copy me. Figure out why I take trades, but don't copy me. Because then people end up being pissed off. Ugh. Whoa. Nothing to trade. We broke down. Now we broke this 5-minute range. I'll see. If I do take a position, I will probably size down a little bit. Just because of, I don't know, just because of FOMC, I'm size down just a little bit, but because I don't expect us getting any kind of crazy moves, so there's no reason for me to go complete full size on something. But either way, right, I'm gonna be patient to take something. Let me actually, Apex does not have their 80% off anymore. It ended. Let me see if I can edit that, because I don't want people trying to. Give me a second here. If I could do it or not. I don't know if it'll let me do it while I'm live. Appreciate it. Yeah. I think it's going to be a range type of... In my opinion, I think it's going to be a pretty sideways type of day until FOMC. So, you know, kind of... kind of keep that in mind. Yeah. What's your question? It's been green for the past couple days. Yeah, we've been on this uptrend. Yeah, it's not letting me edit. I should have did it before. But yeah, the Apex doesn't have their 50% off. I mean, 80% off right now. It's not letting me edit it for some reason. What the what was that? That had to be a glitch in my chart. Bro, what the heck? What? Yeah, my other chart is... Something glitched out right there. See if I could refresh it or something. I don't know. Nope. I don't know what that was. Yeah. Crap. I can't edit it. Yeah, there's no gap there. I know it looks like a gap, but that's like a glitch or something. Do you normally try to get your positions in before 10:30, or is that heresy thing? I mean, I wait for the setup. It doesn't necessarily have to be before 10:30, but yeah, I mean, I would prefer to get my position around, you know, technically I would prefer getting it before 10:30, but it doesn't have to. I don't care. Most of my positions do happen before 10:30, but that's just how it is. Because 11 o'clock things start slowing down and all that. So here, give me a second. I'll be back. Someone's... But yeah, I typically, I would say 90% of my positions, I mean, I take my entries before 10:30, but that's just because my setup happens before 10:30. I prefer not to take any trades after 11 o'clock, because 11 o'clock, then you risk like sideways movement. 11 o'clock, you get that sideways chop, and not always, but it tends to slow down at 11, and I don't want to risk getting stuck in a trade sideways chop. So I'm normally done by 11 o'clock. If I don't see anything, I typically walk away at 11. Sometimes 11:30, but... This thing just went crazy for a second. Crap. Ugh, hold on. All right, we're still chopping. Sorry. I have to... I'm the same way. I always try to get my plays in before 10:30 and out before noon. Yeah, it just gets a lot slower. I don't necessarily stick to a time frame where I have to, like, but whenever I get my setup, that's when I get my setup. But I'm less inclined to take the setup at like 11 o'clock, because then at that point I'm just like, it's kind of late. Getting chopped or no, man, was this a gap or not? I'm like super confused on if this was a gap or not. Or is that just a glitch? Like, technically, if that was a gap, I would have took a trade right there, but I can't tell if it was a glitch or a gap. This technically, if this is a gap, this would have been an entry right there. This would have been the entry. Entry right there, take profit right there. But I thought that was a glitch in the chart. I didn't know if that was an actual gap. Does everyone else have that same crap on their chart? Because I'm super confused. I'm looking at regular NQ does not have that on the chart. Just like not the MNQ, but the NQ chart. So that's why it kind of tripped me up. But that sucks, because that would have been an entry right there. And that would have been a good trade too. That worked out. How do I figure this out? Can I try to... Let me see if I could do it. Micro E-mini NASDAQ. Let me see. Let me look on my other chart and see if it has that crap there. No, it doesn't. That was just a glitch. Nope. That was just a glitch in my chart. Chopping. Ugh. Not gonna get much here. Figured today this is gonna happen today. I'm not forcing anything either. Why wouldn't it let me? Chopping back down. Chop City. Chopping right back down. We are still above VWAP, so that's one thing that kind of is bullish about it. It's a tough. What the freaking? What was that? Amazon going? I'm not sure. I don't have Amazon pulled up. If you were going to jump, I would go long for the next half hour and take small win. Yeah, if I was to get a setup, I mean, it would be a quick scalp. It would not be anything. Well, I usually do take scalps, but I would understand that chop, you know, it's probably gonna be a lot of chop today. Yeah, it's gonna be very it's gonna be super interesting to see what happens. I mean, we got that gap to the downside on that opening gap from Monday. Look at that. It's all the way down here. I mean, that's a pretty decent area for price to kind of even bounce off of after it gets there, and we'll see what happens. Maybe FOMC may push it down there, possibly. Yeah, I don't know about this, man. I'm like hesitant to even if anything, I may just switch to my other accounts and have some. I'll probably do that, actually, cause I'm like, bruh. Here, give me a second. Give me a second. Let me do that, actually. I don't think I'm gonna take a trade on the first set of accounts. All right. We'll see. I switched to my other accounts, my scalping accounts. I don't think I'm going to get a setup on my first set of accounts. Doesn't look like there's going to be a trade. Looks like there's more opportunity for a trade on my other accounts. If this thing starts really... Yeah. I expected this. I mean, so far... The gambling accounts. The fun accounts. Yeah. I've been following you the 03 days. I appreciate it. Yeah, this price action is bro, I'm surprised this thing is still ripping up. This is crazy. I mean, freaking A. That's crazy. I wish we would have got a setup long. This tripped me up really bad. This looks like a long setup, but it's a glitch. My chart glitched out, and so that it made that gap when there wasn't a gap. But that would have been a long setup if there was a gap there. No gaps to kind of... I was looking for a long, but there's no gaps to kind of go off of. It sucks, but it kind of left without me. I wouldn't mind taking a long off this. Now, these are my fun accounts, so... We'll see what happens here. Prices, man, it's starting to get a little crazy, so I'm gonna have to manage risk pretty, like, disciplined with this one. Let's have some fun. Man, there's the highs. Holy crap, man. I wonder how many people tried to short this again today. Bro, it's so funny because everyone tries to keep shorting it. Like, so many people try to keep shorting it and price keeps going up. And they keep trying to short it and price keeps going up. It's like... Because everyone is expecting that gap, that huge opening price to get filled. And it's a perfect example of everyone trying to force price to do something. Oh, that gap's gonna get filled, so I'm gonna go short. Nope, keeps running up. Oh, that gap's gonna get filled. Today I'm gonna go short. Nope, keeps running up. I mean, would you have expected price to just keep ripping like this? I mean, it's crazy. We're at all-time highs again. You shorted all-time highs? Yeah, I did. I did, but I caught the perfect short. I mean, the thing about it, what was different from me was, I just saw the setup, right? I wasn't biased. I just saw the setup and it was worth taking for me, so I took the setup. It was showing me that it wanted to keep going down, so I took the trade. But yeah, typically taking trades off all-time highs, I mean, it's... And I when I took that trade, I said this is a little bit iffy, like... Because it's all-time highs. But I was still willing to take it, where price was. I don't remember if... I may have even sized down a little bit on that trade. Just because it was at all-time highs. Short after 11? Why after 11? I don't know. Price has been very... the market has been very, like... It's been doing the opposite of literally what everyone thinks it's going to do. So, I don't know. For all we know, this thing could just continue ripping for till FOMC. This has honestly been kind of weird. I guess there's just so much bullish sentiment in the market. I mean, look at this. We're still ripping. Everyone's thinking that we're just gonna, you know... There's a lot of bullish news between China, the tariffs, and you know, rate cuts. Imagine what would happen to the market if they didn't raise the rates today. That this market would drop like a rock. News today? Yes, there's a FOMC today at 2 o'clock. Before 2 o'clock, I don't know if there's news. Let me check the... Past week has been awful. I mean, it's been tough, for sure. It's been tough. I've been catching some good trades, but it for sure has been tough. Yeah, 10 o'clock, home sales. That already happened, no? Yeah, home sales came out. Crude oil, that doesn't really matter. 10:30, 2 o'clock FOMC. And then the press conference is at 2:30. But we're still ripping. I would like a long if we could get a pullback. Pulled back to the first gap. But should you be long for the next half hour? I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's tough to say because it will probably, I mean, I don't know. You would think it would start slowing down and start kind of reversing at 11. Because the closer we get to FOMC, the more people are less inclined to, you know, push this higher and go long. But I don't know, man. This has been weird. This is why I just go by price action and I don't... Man, my throat. I don't try to predict price. Like, I just... Whatever price tells me, I go by it based on price action. That protects me so much from stupid trades and getting into stuff I shouldn't get into. This is the 1 minute right now. But I do look at every time frame. I'm not somebody who just sticks to one time frame and that's it. I do pay attention to every time frame. Gosh, what the? All right, this is a dangerous price action here. Be very quick scalps. I mean, it's freaking. If I do take scalps, I'm gonna see try to build this account up more. Let's see if I can. So please don't copy me. This is just for fun. This isn't my serious accounts. These are my fun accounts. This is very discretionary trading, so I could get wrecked on this. What the hell just happened? What just happened? What did I just do? Man. Freaking throat's been... Straight down. See what happens here. Candle closes. There it is. Wait. I think my chart's glitching, to be honest with you. 285. No, it's not. We'll see what happens. Like clockwork. As soon as market's open, people start calling me. Starting to get that cocky feeling. Yeah, it's better to be careful, man. That market will humble you real quick. These are my fun accounts. These aren't. I didn't get a setup on my other accounts. The serious accounts. I didn't get a setup. These are just my fun accounts that I don't really care about. Very discretionary. No rule. No kind of like actual solid strategy. It did yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was pretty choppy in the morning. Very easy to get wrecked on days like before FOMC. Very easy days to get wrecked. Man, I kind of wanted it to push up. Oh, too busy with work. That's fine. I understand. When you take the first couple thousand loss, it will slow you down quick. Yeah, it's... See, the thing about trading also that's really hard, right? It's the going through the drawdown. It's getting at a drawdown that's the hard part. Is if you do get into drawdown, be getting into that mental space where you're not oversizing, over leveraging just to get out of the drawdown, where you continue with your plan. If anything, you may even size down. But yeah, it's hard. Everyone knows how to, everyone kind of is fine with trading when they're in profit, right? When they're making money. But then it really separates the good traders from the bad traders when you start going into some drawdown. Are you just going to go emotional and just over leverage, oversize, and blow your account because you're in some drawdown? Or are you just going to continue doing what you do and work your way out of it? Yesterday got an A+ setup right before it started to chop. Yeah, so my new rule is, right, when I see, like, technically I got a setup yesterday. I took a very quick scalp just to pass some accounts. But normally, like, when I see chop like that, like when I want to set up, right? And what happened yesterday was I had an entry point and it didn't fill me. It would come super close to getting me in the trade, and it wouldn't fill me, wouldn't fill me. And by the time it filled me, it was just sideways chop for like, what, 15 minutes or so, just sideways chop. Typically, that's a big red flag for me. And I said that yesterday. I was like, this is a red flag. Because I understand if it fails to go higher, guess what? It's going to go lower. It's exactly what it did. Failed to go higher, it was chopping sideways. And then once it finally went lower, it dropped lower. So that's a big red flag when it starts chopping sideways. Then I'm like very iffy to, even if I do have a setup, very iffy to take the trade. My first 6 months I got smoked, not knowing what to do. I learned real quick. Yeah, you learn real quick. You have a couple of times where you hold to losers, you cancel some stop losses, and you learn real quick how hard it is to get out of drawdown when you hold a loss for too long. It's not worth it. It really isn't. When you hold a loss for so long that it takes you a week to dig yourself out, or you overtrade for one day and it takes you a week or more to dig yourself out, it sets you back so much that you don't do it anymore. It's not worth it. You just take the loss. You're fine with it at that point. But it's almost, I don't know if everyone has to go through it, but I feel like it's an important lesson that a trader should learn, you know? And then it's just like, you kind of learn the hard way and you don't do it anymore. At least that's how I learned. So now it's like, you will never see me canceling a stop. That's like, bro, that doesn't even bother me anymore. If once I have a stop, it's there. If it hits my stop, it hits my stop. I don't even struggle with that anymore. That's like a holy thing in trading, is to have a stop loss. I will never remove my stop loss because it's about because you know, price is about to hit it. Looks like this thing could start rolling over. Should I just short here? Oh my gosh, this is getting crazy. I feel like I'm gonna blow these fun accounts. Did you win? I didn't take a trade on my serious account. My serious accounts, I didn't get a setup. I was looking for a long here. I was looking for a long. This was a long setup, but I didn't get the gap. This was there. You see this gap right here? That was just a glitch in the chart. So if there was a gap to take a trade off of, I would have definitely went long to go long. I was looking for a long, but didn't get the entry. End up pulling up. Now at this point, I'm just like, I just switched to my fun accounts, and I'm just seeing what I could do with those. Stopped trading gaps and started trading standard deviations. Life-changing. Yeah, you gotta find what works for you. I mean, that's the thing, is like something that works very well for one trader, and then you try to use it and it just doesn't work for you. Trust me, I've had that with multiple strategies, where when I was learning, I was trying to find a strategy, and it's like, I would look at this strategy and I would try it. It just didn't work for me. It would work for other people, but for me, it wouldn't work. And so I just kept trying to find what worked for me. So finally I found something that worked. But I don't know if this is it. Are we gonna get a rollover here? Gosh, I'm getting cooked. Honestly, like, these accounts here, bro, if this thing drops super hard, I would be the happiest person of all time. Let's see this selling pressure come in. Alright, we're above you up still. Man, I would love for this thing to just start tanking. Gosh. Probably gonna get stopped out though. This is like, discretionary trades are tough. This is why I do not recommend discretionary trading. Seeing if we could start flushing. The chop is not good. No good. Bro, this is wild that it just keeps going up. Like, who the hell is buying right before FOMC? It's just bought. It's probably just algos trading. And then, like, I'm short. I'm short. I'm willing to see what happens here. Watch this thing flush. Watch this thing flush. Watch it flush. They're starting to create a lower high. I'm being greedy here, but honestly, I don't care too much about these accounts. So I'm just like, I'm at the point with these accounts, like, I either want to get a crazy move or I just want to kind of get rid of them. It's a bad mindset to be in, but it is what it is. I want this flush. Price looks like it wants to, honestly, it looks like it wants to go down. Kind of trying to make that higher low, but yeah, we got FOMC at 2. Mr. Jerome. Mr. Jerome is going to be talking. 2:30. 2 o'clock is the news release, and then 2:30 is the press conference. It just looks like this thing wants to start melting. That's why I'm kind of like, I mean, there's lows down there. I would kind of want to be targeting that like 247 level technically. If this thing can start dropping, let's call it 248, 26,248. That's kind of where I would want my TP to be. Like, I wouldn't get too greedy with it, you know. We'll see. I'll pull my... I may be too greedy and I get stopped out, but... I feel like once this thing starts melting, this thing could just continue melting. I'm being too greedy, I know, man. Should have taken profits, technically. Hate from California. Must be San Francisco. Must be San Francisco. With the shit covered streets. It's all good. We don't... I used to live in California, actually. I used to live in California back in the good old days when California was actually a good place to live. When California was the dream. Everyone dreamed of going to California. Now it's just like, you have to watch where you step so you don't step in shit and druggies. And there's a bunch of stupid laws too. Crap. These are my fun accounts. These are not my live accounts. These are just very discretionary trades. Need a good evening, not a good afternoon if you know it. Yeah, that's true. No hate from Florida. I'm in Florida. No hate from Florida. We don't hate here. What's the difference between options and futures? Options is a different types of it's a different contract. Like I wouldn't get I don't know like the nitty gritty, but like options has expirations, has delta, has all this crap. It's a little harder to trade than futures. Just because options you have time, you have also time decay, where you can get into a trade same day expirations, and there's time decay. So over time your contracts decay. So you can be at a break-even price and still be at a loss. I used to trade options, but when I moved to futures, I kind of, no time decay, none of that BS, just kind of, you know, very simple, a lot more simple. Hate from Miami. You must be from California. All the California people are visiting Miami and Orlando and it's probably gonna make that sweep down at 227 or even go lower. 220 26 227. Yeah, I just, based off price action, this thing is, I don't know, it's choppy. I know it's very choppy, but I feel like based on how it looks, I feel like it just wants to go down. But I don't know. That's just very discretionary and it's tough to say. I want this thing to start dropping. And again, these are my fun accounts. These aren't my serious accounts. So, I did not get a setup on my serious accounts. So, just having fun here. I really don't even care if I blow these accounts. Finally, somebody's showing some love. See, Florida people don't hate. When news comes at 2:30, yeah. So it's best to what usually people do when people trade FOMC. I would not recommend trading FOMC. I'm not going to trade FOMC, but usually what people do is they'll wait. News comes out at 2 o'clock. They'll wait until after Jerome Powell starts talking at 2:30. Until after he stops talking, that's when people usually start trading, because then, you know, he's done talking, news already came out, so then they trade kind of price action. But trading during FOMC, I mean, you know, you get the press conference, you get the news, like, anything could happen. He could say something out of nowhere that can cause price. That's why it's weird. Trading FOMC is kind of stupid, because unless you're trading like a long-term position, but like scalping FOMC is kind of stupid, because you could literally like have a perfect setup and then he says something that causes price to shoot back up, and it's like, then it's just, you're just kind of gambling, because you don't know. Price action, it could be affected by the smallest thing he says. Today's FOMC. Yeah, it's been a side mark. This is very common for FOMC. I literally said before, don't be surprised if today's just going to go sideways. I mean, it literally happens like almost every FOMC. People are shocked that price is going sideways. But it literally happens almost every FOMC that I can remember. It's always done this. Yeah, it's NASDAQ. Dance around so you don't have to. That's actually true. That's why I gotta keep moving side to side. Because I sit still for too long and I'm just talking and then. You will know what the first few words get. Afternoon and thank you. Jump. Yeah, it's so crazy how he literally walks up. Good afternoon, everyone. And it just freaking starts going berserk. Depending on what color tie he's wearing. If he's wearing a purple tie, we'll see. I think he's going to be wearing a purple tie. Market's going to. So depending on what tie he's wearing will depend on where the market goes. Am I just gonna get stopped out on this? Yeah, I'm a beginner. I'm not trading that, but it's starting to get exciting to predict PA. Yeah, it's exciting, but it's not worth it for like FOMC and stuff. Like Take Profit Trader doesn't even allow me to be in a trade before FOMC or trade like during it. I think I got some kind of email about FOMC of not being in a trade. I kind of ignored it because I'm not going to be trading it anyway, so I didn't really read through it. Dude is the king of trading chop. This is just fun accounts. I literally said that before. These are not my serious accounts. I did not get a setup on my serious accounts. So this is why you see me just like having fun with. These are accounts I literally do not care if I blow. Honestly, I'm like a little bit hoping that they do kind of go because they're kind of confusing me with my other accounts. Because when I do the copy trader, they're mushed into my other accounts. So I have to like sit there and try to figure out which accounts are which to try to copy trade the right accounts. And so they kind of screw me up a little bit. So that's why like I honestly would not care if I blow these accounts. It would make my trading a little bit simpler with the copy trader. I've had these accounts for a very long time. Back even with when first tariff started, I had these accounts. And I kind of put them to the side and was in some drawdowns. So I'm kind of at the point where they're just my fun accounts. And I have my other accounts that are funded that I take seriously. And these accounts are just whatever. I'll probably end up blowing it because I'm trading them discretionarily. And you know, trading discretionarily never works out, so over the long term. So I'm like expecting to blow these accounts. I'm just kind of hoping I can catch a good move on them. I mean, if that would happen, I'd be happy, but I don't know. Price action is just like we're just. Looks like, I mean, shoot. Looks like we want to go lower, but I don't know. This is getting crazy. Don't blow, bro. Gotta put foot on the table. These are not serious accounts. This is also why I don't want to trade these fun accounts, because people see me trading them and then they think that I'm like, you know. And I just have to keep repeating that these are not serious accounts. These are very discretionary. So I'm gonna get stopped out here. See if this sweeps these highs and dumps it. Some people are probably saving up just to buy an account. Be grateful to use to your best advantage. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't buy if I blew these accounts. I'm not buying more accounts. I already have funded accounts that I take seriously, that I get, you know. These accounts I'm not. Dude, that was so close to stopping me out. Bro, that's crazy. So I have 7 serious accounts that I have like a very specific strategy that I take seriously. And then I have what? Let me check. I have 3. Right now, 3 funded accounts that are like... Alright, am I getting it stopped out? Let's go. Bro, look how close. Oh my gosh. That was so close. NASDAQ knows better than to stop me out. I genuinely think this trade is bad, though, since it's breaking out of simple. Yeah, I mean, I don't agree that this is. I don't consider this a good trade. We're bouncing off a view up. The only reason I'm taking this trade is because price looks like it wants to go down. That's literally like very discretionarily. Again, these are fun accounts. I don't care if I blow these. I kind of want to blow these to get them out of the way. But I'm at the point, if I do catch a good trade on them, I would be happy. But if I blow them, I wouldn't be mad either. And I did not get a setup on my serious account, so that's why I switched to these. Wish you would have taken the long trade at 950 something and crashed. No, I may I'll get emotional on my serious accounts, but these I'm not gonna get. I get more emotional, but it doesn't control my trading. Bro, this is crazy. This thing is just still sideways. It gets so close to stopping me out and then just dumps back down. So funny. Alright, finally, come on. Do it. Do it. You trading gold? No, this isn't gold. This is NASDAQ. You know what? Screw this. I'm moving it. If I blow these accounts, I'll just whatever. These accounts are literally gonna either be blown or... Good evening. Good afternoon, everyone. Does he usually say good afternoon or good evening? Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Respect your stop loss. Again, I want to kind of blow these accounts to get them out of the way. These are my fun accounts again. These are not my serious accounts. I have 7 other accounts that I take seriously with a very specific setup that you guys see me take. I did not get a setup, so I just went to these accounts and I'm kind of just winging them, hoping that price drops. This is the hope strategy. The hope strategy doesn't work, but sometimes you can catch a good trade with it. Give the accounts to some. No, they're in too much drawdown. That's the other reason. They're in too much drawdown. These are from a long time ago when I was still like when I was trying a different strategy. And, you know, I was trying a different strategy, using it, and it wasn't working for me. So I went into some drawdown, and I'm at the point where I'm just like, you know. I have my 7 other funded accounts that I'm just gonna concentrate on, and the main reason I don't like having these accounts is because it messes with all my accounts are mushed together. My serious accounts and these fun accounts are all mushed together. So when I'm trying to copy trade, I'm literally sitting there trying to figure out which accounts are my serious accounts and which accounts are my fun accounts. So it's like I'm having to go through every account and try to see, and it's kind of annoying. Versus if I just had serious accounts, I could just select all of them and not have to sit there and try to figure out which one is which. No, this is not a strategy. Just FYI, everyone, this is not a strategy. This is very discretionary. This is a very hopeful trade. I just saw price action. I mean, it's rejecting. I think we could get some selling pressure starting to step in soon. So it's literally the only reason I'm kind of taking the trade. Again, these are fun accounts. I don't keep repeating myself. Sorry, it's kind of annoying, but people keep acting like these are my. I don't know how to, like, I tried to rename them. I can't rename them. I can't, like, they're numbered, right? Like, some accounts are numbered 11, 12, 13, and it's like, I tried to rename them. I can't rename them. It doesn't allow me to rename it. I don't know if it's just because it's a prop firm or what, but if I could rename them, that would be way more simpler. And you still have to pay monthly fee for those fun. No, I don't. They were. I don't pay anything for these accounts. I never do the monthly fee. I never do the monthly fee. I always plan to keep my accounts for a very long time, so I don't see a reason doing a monthly fee of. And these were funded accounts. That's why they were funded accounts, or they are funded accounts. I don't have any evaluation. All my accounts are funded. None of them are evaluation. My serious accounts are funded accounts, and these fun accounts are also funded accounts. Are you using Tradeovate? I'm using Rhythmic and Tradeovate, both of them. So Ninja Trader only allows you to have one Rhythmic connection, but you can have multiple Tradeovate connections. So my Apex accounts are my Rhythmic connections, and then my Take Profit Trader accounts are my Tradeovate connections. At this point, I should just leave this on and I should just leave this on and see, like, just leave it. Who knows? Maybe if price drops like crazy and I go, like, I get crazy profits in these accounts, and then I could start trading these accounts with my other strategy. That would be ideal. If I can make enough money to get these accounts back up, to start trading my other strategy and copy trading it, that would be ideal. But I can't risk as much as I risk on those accounts. You can group them separately on Tradeovate. Well, I'm using Ninja Trader. I have a Tradeovate connection, but I'm using Ninja Trader. Holy crap, we're dumping. Bro, the thing about it is, we have so much room to the downside, it's wild. That's the only thing, is like, it's pretty crazy how much room we have to the downside. But I don't think it's gonna really start going down there until FOMC, that's the thing. Like, when I mean all the way down there, I mean like to that opening gap price. I think it's just gonna chop. Look at this. Flush back down and then a rip back up. The algos are just playing tug of war here with Trump. Is he meeting with him tomorrow? See, that's something else that's a very bullish news. The meeting with the China thing. Once we flush view up, it'll start looking way better if we start flushing view up. Dump it. Actually, let me see. Nah, I'm not gonna be too greedy. I ain't gonna be too greedy. It is what I was thinking about moving. I was thinking about moving my stop down. I mean, my take profit down. We do have lows down there that are like, I don't know. It's kind of taking the highest probability here. You know what? Screw it. 230. I think 230, what was that, 234? I think it was 223. 224. I mean... We need to flush view up. We can't bounce here. We gotta start flushing it. We've been bouncing view up way too many times. Bro, why are dang? These buyers are freaking. What time is it? 10:46. Yeah. We gotta flush it, flush it, flush it. Flush it! We're literally right at view up, so This is like a very crucial area right here. Need a Diddy candle. We got so much room to the downside, it's crazy. Still trying to bounce view op here. Yeah, that weekly gap is way down there. It's so far away that, like, that's what I'm saying. We got so much room to the downside at this point. And we're at an area where FOMC is at 2 o'clock. So the closer we get to 2, I think the less inclined people are longing into like FOMC. So I don't think the buying pressure is gonna be as strong the closer we get to 2 o'clock. But that's just, you know. I think both of us can fit in that hoodie. Depends on your size. Probably not. This is NASDAQ. Yeah, because you said it, and I'm just like, I'm picturing two people trying to get in one hoodie. That, like, image just pops into my mind. Alright, we're still at view op. We gotta... We're testing view op right now. Trying to bounce it. I just have one contract. One contract. $150 million on the line. You guys are seeing insider trading at its finest. Just kidding. Somebody's gonna freaking take that seriously and report me. You're right about losing trades on my live account, but they were awful trades. This is why I do recommend for people to have, that's why I say fun account and serious account. Like, have an account where you take seriously, where you really like, and then have an account where, you know, have some fun with if you want. If you're itching to take a trade, don't take a stupid trade. Take it on your stupid accounts. Don't take it on your serious accounts. We're flushing view op. We just broke view op. Alert! Warning! We broke view op. Warning! We could start flushing. Warning! The warning, the alarms are going off. Holy crap, we're dumping. Should I cancel my order? I feel like I should just cancel my take profit and let this thing ride all the way to the bottom. No, I'm gonna keep it. If it hits my TP, that's a good area to take TP. I think it could reverse off that area, so I won't be stupid being stuck in a trade for 5 hours if I don't take profit and this thing shoots back up. Popping back up to retest view op. NASDAQ. That's right, NASDAQ. It's gonna dump then pump FOMC. I don't know. I think FOMC could be the sell the news type of event where price is already priced in, like all this bullish sentiment, it's already priced in, and then FOMC comes out, we get a fake out, and we could start dumping. That's happened before where everyone thinks we're bullish, 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 and then all of a sudden, market starts tanking because it's already been priced in to the market. Everyone already assumes, right, this whole tariff thing is going to get resolved. Trump is meeting with them tomorrow. FOMC rate cuts are going to get cut. There's a very high likelihood rates are going to get cut. Very high likelihood Trump is meeting with. So everyone's already expecting this bullish news. So it's like, if everyone already expected it and people start taking profits and, you know, we'll see. It's definitely, this is going to be, for me, it's going to be one of the most interesting FOMCs. Just because, like, it's been pretty crazy, the fact that this thing just keeps ripping up and ripping up and ripping up. And at some point, this thing is going to, in that gap down there, I mean, look on the hourly chart. If you look on the hourly chart, that freaking gap down there, at some point, right? At some point, this gap is going to get filled right here. Question is, when is this gap going to get filled? Is it going to be today during FOMC, or is it going to be... It's just crazy. Like, we got so much room to take out lows and stuff. We got room for a pullback. When will it happen, though? I don't know. It's just going to be interesting to see. All right, oh crap, we popped above VWAP for a little bit. We're above it right now. We're kind of testing this old support, right? Turned into new resistance. Once it broke through this support level, now it's popping up, testing it as a resistance level. Now you see, that's why you see a move up to it. Then now we're kind of trying to get a reversal off it. Trying to get a rejection off it. We're still stuck in this 5-minute range though. See if we break out of this 5-minute range to the downside. And we're right above VWAP, so right at VWAP. NQ and NVIDIA has the same chart pattern. I mean, NVIDIA is a massive part of NASDAQ, so it's like you know, NVIDIA. If NVIDIA tanks, it's gonna take NASDAQ down with it. So. Why can't I find it in Robinhood? Maybe Robinhood, I don't know if Robinhood does futures trading. They probably don't do futures, that's why you can't find it. Come on. Roll over, what are you doing? Roll over. We going down, down, baby. Down, down, baby. Ready to love it. Take it, take it, take it down. Take it, take it down. You want to know what happened? Look at the 5-minute chart and then watch a video. I know what's happening. We're going down. What's the 5-minute chart look like? I'll go on the 5-minute chart. Well, we took out pre-market highs, all-time highs, right? Made a higher low, I mean a lower high, and we're tanking down. That lower high was a warning sign. What are you using to trade on NinjaTrader? I trade prop firms on NinjaTrader. I trade with prop firms, so I have Tradeovate and Rhythmic connections linked to my prop firms, so you'll learn a setup. This thing is gonna roll. I think this thing is gonna roll over, man. Nah. Here it comes. Here's the rollover. Here it comes. This is not financial advice. Alert, you lied. The alert's still on. What are you talking about? We're still, bruh, we're below that 200. What do you notice right now? What do you notice? This is not financial advice, by the way. Look, we're bouncing off the 200. Look at that, holding it as support. Holding it as support. What do you notice now? Wow, we broke through the 200. Now we're testing it as resistance. That's a warning. Not a good sign for longs. Not a good sign for people that are trying to, you know, that are in a long position. When this thing breaks that 200 and starts holding it as resistance, not the best sign for somebody who's trying to long or who's in a long. Yeah, Tradeovate, NinjaTrader owns Tradeovate. We broke view up again. Now I think soon we're going to get a lot of sellers starting to step in here. Less buyers are going to start to step. The more we go down, now it's like these buyers are starting to get scared out of their. If you're in a, like, I would be scared. If I was in a long position, this would start freaking me out right now. Vámonos. Vámonos, Nasdaq. Vámonos. Is it vamos or vámonos? Vamos. Kraken? You mean NinjaTrader owns Kraken? Probably the opposite way around. I would assume NinjaTrader owns Kraken. NinjaTrader's huge. It's like a... Vamos. Vamos. Vamos, Nasdaq. Vamos. We actually, I didn't even notice that. On that sweep, on that push lower, we took out a 15-minute low. That's why it bounced there. Look on the 15-minute chart. You see this 15-minute low right there? It barely took it out. This wick right here. Barely, like, took it out. It's hard to see, but... see if I can zoom it in. Right there, you see it? Actually, it made a... It's hard to see on this chart, but I can see on my other chart that it did take it out. It looks like a double bottom here. My other chart's a little more accurate, like, precise. This one's kind of, Bro, that's wild. Just keeps pushing it up. What are they doing? Bro, what are y'all doing? Who's trying to long down here? Who? Show me him. Who's longing? Show me his face. I want to see his face. I entered long, now I'm stuck in it. Why? Why are you entered long? Why? Do as you see fit. It's your accounts. Who knows? Maybe you're right. Maybe this was the bottom and we need to. I wouldn't use Robinhood for trading. Robinhood's kind of like a, I don't know. It's a very beginner. Like there's not, you can't really trade unless you're just buying and just holding forever. Kraken bought NinjaTrader? Dang. Kraken's bigger than NinjaTrader? I thought NinjaTrader would be the one that's like huge and buys Kraken. That's crazy. It's like these massive companies just swallow up every competitor they have. Robinhood good for options? Oh, I didn't. I've never traded with options on Robinhood. I used to use Thinkorswim to trade options when I used to trade options. Kraken was crypto. Damn, that's crazy. I didn't realize Kraken was that big. I thought Oh. Yeah, Robinhood is just a very beginner platform. It's not like a trading platform. It's not meant to really, you know. There's other platforms that are just way better with trading than Robinhood. You can use NinjaTrader. I'm not sure if you can use NinjaTrader on. Alright, back below view op. I retested that 200 again and rejected. Another, I mean, at this point, I don't know who the, like, who and their mom is trying to long this. I don't know. I would assume people, like, longs would start getting scared, especially if we start breaking down these lows here. I feel like that's a big, like, more people are gonna, a lot of people probably have their stop losses down here, down below this low. So once it breaks that low, I would assume it just flushes down to the next level. We got some room down there too. Got a couple levels stacked down there before. I almost feel like I should just hold this through FOMC. Weeble? Yeah, I heard Weeble's not bad. I'm the type of person that when I find something, I stick to it. Like, I've been using, when I started trading futures, I used NinjaTrader, and I've stuck with NinjaTrader for, like, I don't see a reason why to fix something if it's not broken. Like, all I need in a platform, all I need it for them, for like a brokerage platform, is just to execute my trades. Just buy when I say buy and sell when I want to sell. That's it. I don't need some fancy freaking bracket order, Joe Schmo, stop loss prevention, turtle soup strategy. I don't care. I just need you to sell when I want to sell and buy when I want to buy. That's it. A trading platform can literally be two big buttons, buy and sell, and limit sell and limit buy, and I would be happy with that. So ever since I started using NinjaTrader, it's been working good. I haven't had issues with it, so I just stick to it. And I don't try to, you know, I don't try to go to something else when something's working for me. And I already have everything set up. I know how to use it. But there are probably a lot of other platforms that work well too. I always go with the most, the reason I went with NinjaTrader is because it's one of the most popular futures platforms, right? So it's Obviously, I want to go with the most popular one. Less problems, probably. They've been in the game for a very long time. God, at what point is this thing gonna flush? Why is it just going? It's just dancing. What time is it? Oh, it's 11 o'clock. What are you doing? Dump it. We got things to do. We got places to be. Jobs to finish. Give me the money. Yeah, for live accounts, Ninja's margin rates are actually pretty good. Key aspect of everything's being comfortable. Glad you mentioned that. Yeah, it's being comfortable with what you're using. And being prepared is a big thing too, right? Be prepared. Understand that, for example, whether you trade prop firms or a live account, whatever you trade, understand that brokerages can have issues, right? Data providers can have issues. Your internet can go out. Always have plans. Always have a plan to where, like, I know what I could do. If my internet goes out, I know exactly what to do. If the brokerage starts having issues and maybe, like, I lose connection or something, I know exactly what to do. I have my Rhythmic app. I pull up my Rhythmic app. I flatten all my accounts. I get out, and I'm done. So I kind of have steps into plan, and so I'm not nervous if something happens. If my internet goes out, I know exactly what to do, and I can easily, turn my hotspot on my phone and quickly exit out of my trades. So just understand and be prepared for something that could happen. You don't want something to happen and you're sitting there like, what am I supposed to do? All right, are we gonna go lower now? It's almost kind of starting to look like a bear flag. Is it though? I don't know. You have kind of this going on right here, and then you have kind of that where it's starting to look like a bear flag almost. Verizon shut the blocks internet off the last time I lost 5K when I was in a trade. Blocks. Oh, so you have internet through Verizon. That's why you should have a hotspot. You need a backup plan. Like, I have a hotspot, and I can activate my hotspot on my phone. The first thing I would do is activate my hotspot on my phone, use it on my laptop so I can exit out of my trades if my internet was to go out. That would take less than a minute to do, and I could easily exit out of my trades. But have a backup plan. You don't want your internet to go out and you're in a trade and now you're stuck and don't know what to do. Or if the hotspot doesn't work, I have an app. I have Rhythmic on my phone. I could easily, within seconds, log on to my Rhythmic app. Everything is saved. My accounts pull up, and I can quickly exit out of all my trades. And for Tradeovate, they have, I would have Take Profit Trader, my dashboard pulled up. There's a button on your dashboard where you can close open positions if something goes wrong. I could have that pulled up on my phone too, like, so. But it doesn't happen. I don't remember the last time my internet went out. Like, it really doesn't happen to me. But, I still want to be prepared. All right, we took out that low. We're dumping, but, man, how long have you been doing this for? A long time. 3 years full time. And before that, I was learning about it. Like, I was obsessed with it. I was learning about it, and yeah. So I've been doing this a while. I just got fried. It's fine as long as you had a stop loss in. That's fine, and you're not over leveraged. Gotta protect yourself. I feel like my TP's at a good area. I mean, I feel like it could reverse. Once it took out all these lows, then price could reverse. I mean, that's the thing is I don't expect price to just go down forever, right? So even though it has all this room to the downside, I don't want to be caught holding this all day long into FOMC. So I'm just going to take what I feel like I can take, where I think price could reverse off of, and just call it a day for me. Hate using manual stop losses. Algos know where to set them. Trust me, the algos don't care about your stop loss. Oh, nice. Inactivity detected. Thank you, TikTok. Trust me, the algos don't care about your stop loss. They're more interested in like bigger stop losses. What the heck? Where's my TikTok? Bro, I swear, this is like some bull. Oh, there it is. Honestly, I may get kicked out. This is, TikTok's not. Yeah. Give me a second. I can't pull up live studio. What the hell? Something's wrong with TikTok. I have no idea what the hell is going on. I can't pull up live. I'm gonna get kicked out. I can't pull up live studio. I swear. TikTok, the amount of money they make, it is honestly a pretty shitty live platform with the amount of money. Sorry. I said I may get kicked out because this live studio thing, it's making me do the verification, but I can't even pull it up now. The amount of money TikTok makes to the ratio to the amount of money they make and how shitty their live platform is wild. I don't know if they just gave up and they're just like not doing anything anymore, but it honestly is horrible. Yeah, I'm going to get kicked out. I can't even tell when I'm going to get kicked out. Yeah, now I'm frozen. Nice. Ugh. I'm frozen. If this thing kicks me out, I think I'm done. I'm not gonna start another live. I don't even know if people hear me. Yeah, so I'm frozen. I don't know what the hell's going on with TikTok. It's... You could see price. I'm gonna get kicked out any second, any minute now. I can't do the verification, but... I may start... I'll start another... I'll start another live and see if we can see the take profit until I hit... Or at least I'll try. I don't know what the hell is going on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I can't even pull it up. I keep clicking to pull it up and it's not pulling up. TikTok, man, I swear. TikTok never eases to surprise me. Use some of that billions of dollars to fix your shit, TikTok. I hope they hear me. Yep, there it is. So stupid. It's so dumb. I swear, TikTok is like such a shitty platform. It's wild how shitty their platform is. Oh my god. At some point, I'm just gonna get banned because I can't. They're gonna ban me eventually. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Still in this trade. Gosh, this thing is pushing up again. Oh my gosh. I don't know what the heck happened, bro. This is... We switched to my... What the hell? I completely got logged out. Bro, what the hell? That's weird. Something's wrong with TikTok. Still going up now. Oh my gosh, we're above VWAP now. All right, we're back. I don't know what the hell. Something happened. Something with TikTok. I literally just got got like logged out. Gosh, we're still. Coming up to a resistance area again, so we'll see what happens here. Yeah, I just got logged out of nowhere. It was weird. It literally just logged me out of all my TikTok everything. And I had to log back in. I think something happened with their... Either the thing crashed or something. I don't know. Bro, how is this thing still going up? This makes no freaking sense. We're at the 200 again. We've rejected off it what? This is the third time rejecting off it, possibly? We haven't rejected yet, so this would be the third time if we reject it again. Yeah, you did call it. You did call it. 11 o'clock. I mean, it was before it happened, what, 11, like 11:40, 10:45. Almost 11 o'clock, but yeah, it had that sell-off. I mean, 10:30, remember, I said this before too, like, a lot of times we get reversals at 10:30. I mean, go back and you could see, based on history, a lot of times price does like to reverse at 10:30. We get some form of a sell-off at 10:30. Not all the time, but sometimes we do. You can see, like, pretty much 10:38, we got that reversal. 10 o'clock, right? We got a little push up 10 o'clock, reversal 10:30. So, I think this thing can start rejecting off the 200 again. This will be the third time it rejecting off it. Man, they're trying to hold it out. It is above you up, though. Pushed above you up. Did I get a little too greedy with my take profit? I had my take profit down. I had my take profit literally right here, where it bounced. But then I was like, I think this has more room. Full time meaning I trade every day, yes. I don't trade all day, though. I don't think any trader should trade all day. But yeah, I trade every single day I trade. That market's open. There it is. There it is. Can we get follow through? Back down. Back down. It's almost 11:30. Let's get it. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Thank you. Oh, crap. Over 100? Yeah, this will be what? Let's call it, it'll be what? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, about 70 points profit. 70 point profit. How do you overcome that? You just have a plan and a strategy. I mean, it's just you follow your plan. These are my fun accounts, so it's a lot easier holding these accounts because they're just my fun accounts. I don't really take them too seriously. My serious accounts, I have a plan and a strategy. You'll see me, I have a stop loss, I take profit, I stick to that plan. And whatever happens, happens. It's just I follow my rules and I let price action play out. If you're selling, either you're oversized, over leveraged, you got your stop too close. You have to have your stops in areas of invalidation where it makes sense. And then size according to where it makes sense, and then follow your plan. That's it. And let price kind of go in, you know, let price fluctuate. You gotta, the thing about NASDAQ, in my opinion, you have to allow room for price to kind of, you know, do its thing. You don't want to have your stop so close that any little fluctuation just stops you out. You don't want that. You want to have a specific plan, a strategy, take profit, stop loss, and have it at specific levels that make sense. Not random, not because you want a 1-to-2 ratio. Don't have your take profit just because I always want a 1-to-2 ratio. Have your take profit where the market is likely to reverse. If you're long, where is the next level where the market could tap that level and then reverse off that level? That's where you take profit. But sometimes I have a negative risk to reward. Like sometimes my risk to reward's a little bit negative. That's just because I'm taking profits where I see highest probability. And do you know the amount of times where I've taken profit and price reversed from there? So it's like, you'll see that. If you watch me trade, you'll see that happen where I'll take profit and price reverses or bounces right off of my TP. Is because I took profit. It's not coincidence. I took profit at what I saw to be the highest probability area for take profit. That made sense. Typically, it's a 1-to-1 risk to reward. And yeah, I just know my system and I just follow it. That's also kind of, you know, why I don't do break-even trades. I let my trade work out. I don't move my stop to break even just because price starts moving in my direction. I think last week I had a trade where people, price moved almost all the way to my take profit, and then it bounced all the way back to break even. And people were like, get out, just get out, break even, get out. And I told them, I was like, no, I'm just going to stick to my plan. I had a plan, I'm going to follow it. What do you know? Price went back to my break even, and then pushed all the way back down to my take profit. Like, and you got to think mentally, what will mess me up mentally more? What will mess me up mentally more is if I move my stop to break even and then price ends up working out. That will mess me up more than me just taking a stop out. That's just me personally. I'm not speaking for anyone else. That's just how my psychology works. I'm more likely to go on tilt, me getting a break even stop out and then price works out. And then I saw that if I would have just followed the plan, I would have made money. That is less of a tilt for me because I followed my plan versus if I get stopped out following my plan, I don't go on tilt. It is what it is. Hopefully that made sense. I know it's a little bit. All right, so we got that third bridge. Freaking spam callers. We got that third rejection off the 200. Remember I said before, price came up and I was like, that's a warning sign. Look what price has been doing, right? Look how many times price kind of was bouncing ever since. Look, price bouncing, 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 bouncing off the 200, bouncing off the 200, breaking the 200, rejecting off the 200, one time, two time. There's the third time rejection off the 200. Like, I'm not saying don't use the 200 as your entries. Don't like short just because it's at the 200. Indicators are meant to be used as like an extra level of confirmation, or if you're already in a trade, right? If I have a setup and it pairs with the 200 for a short, that gives me extra confidence. But it has to pair with my strategy already. I don't take shorts just because it's at the 200. That doesn't work. Like, yes, you've seen it reject a couple times here, but over the long span of times, I mean, you see it, there's times where, right, it hovers around it, and you're just going to get chopped up if you're just going to try to catch it right off the 200. So it has to pair with a strategy you already have, or, you know, if you're in a trade, understand that it could reject there if you're already in a trade. Take your profit over 100. I think she's going to go sideways for a minute. Yeah, well, my profit's at a specific... I'll show you where my profit is. My take profit is at that level because right down here, we kind of have this last level down here. I mean, we do have way more levels, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, that's enough. I think price could, when it comes down this last level, it has a lot more room. So we could see some buying pressure come in off this level. And plus, it's 11:30. I'm not about to sit here all day for price. Even if price does go all the way down there, I got stuff to do. I'm just gonna take my profits and move on. You know, I don't have the time to be sitting here all day, and price is gonna kind of come down here and then push all the way back up, and then I'm gonna find myself sitting here all day, and then I'd rather just take where I can, where it makes sense, and then take my profits and move on. I don't want to be too greedy, too stingy. So, because the market, you know, if you're too greedy, the market will humble you real quick. No, this is I mean, I'm bearish at this point. I'm in a trade, so I'm in a short. You could see. Move it up a little bit so it's easier to see. I called it twice today. Yeah, you did call it. I never move stops to break. No. I never move stops to break even. Never. Because if I have a plan, if I'm in a trade, I'm accepting the risk, right? So that's my mindset. Everyone's strategy is different. Always, you have to backtest the data and follow your strategy. If you're someone who it makes sense to move your stop to break even, then by all means, move it to break even. I'm a scalper, so it doesn't make sense for me to move it to break even. Somebody that, you know, has multiple take profits, you know, first take profit scaled out 50%, then he leaves the rest runners, moves his stop to break even. That kind of makes sense if it makes sense for your strategy. I don't do that. So when I enter a trade, I'm not looking for, right, an insane amount of profits. So most of my trades are one-to-one trades, one-to-one risk to reward. So it doesn't make sense for me to move it. Once I put on a trade, I'm accepting the risk. The rare situations where I may get out break even, there's one situation where I may get out is if I enter a trade and price starts to chop sideways. Say I'm in a long, right? If I'm in a long and I'm in a trade and it just goes sideways, guess what? I'm just going to get out of that trade because if it's not going up, I understand it's going to go down. If buyers have a hard time pushing it up, it's going to go down. So I don't want to be caught with it going down if it's not going where I want it to go. But that's if I see the trade just not playing out. It's just like chopping sideways for like 10-15 minutes. I'm just like, I'm going to get out. I'm going to move on. It is what it is. But 90% of the time, I'm letting the trade play out if it's actually moving good. All right, we're about to get TP'd here. And after this, I mean, I'm probably going to hop off and come back tomorrow. Yeah, I'm in puts. This is take profit right now. I went short all the way at 296 level. All the way up there. And that blue line is my take profit. It's a 70-point take profit. So. I just lost 70 bucks on a stop loss and feel horrible. Well, if you feel horrible, I mean, either you don't have a strategy or a plan, or you're over leveraged. One of the two is going on. You're maybe trading without a plan or a strategy, or you're over leveraged. Because you should never feel horrible for taking a stop loss. You just follow your plan. I say this all the time. The only way I can have a bad day for my like actual strategy and my actual accounts, the only way I can have a bad day is if I break my rules. That's it. I don't have a bad day if if price hits my stop loss. I walk away. I'm not pissed. I'm not mad. The only reason I can have a bad day is if I don't follow my rules, if I start breaking my rules, I start over trading, entering stupid trades. That's when I have a bad day. But that doesn't really happen. I'm disciplined enough to where if I take a stop loss, typically I'll walk away. Most of the time, 90% of the time, either my first trade hits TP or it hits stop loss and I'm walking away. Because typically I only get one, for my strategy, I typically get one setup a day for my serious accounts, not my fun accounts. For my serious accounts, I typically get one setup a day. And so it's like either I get stopped out and I walk away, or I take profit and I walk away. I don't have an issue over trading those. Because I have a plan and I just stick to it. That's it. Bro, this is wild. Look how close it came to my TP. But that's the thing, so when I typically take one trade a day, and you'll see me take more than one trade, but that's because I'm taking it on my fun accounts. I don't really count those because it's for fun, so I don't really count those as actual trades. But I have a pretty decent win rate. Like, I have a pretty good win rate because I don't sit there and I don't, take a bunch of stupid trades. So I think I honestly got to start journaling. Like, on my serious accounts, I'm going to start journaling every single day. But I think my win rate's probably about 80%. It's about an 80% win rate, I think. But I'm very picky. I just take my setup and I work with it. I don't... Can you please tell about it? I don't know. I don't know what that is. At what time of day do you decide what trade you're going with? Oh, if I see my setup, I just take it. So for my strategy, I have specific rules, right? This is why I'm not emotional when I don't have a problem with if I should take this trade. If not, and this is a marker to see if your trading is too discretionary. If at the end of the day, and I've said this before in my lives, if you miss a day of trading, you should be able to go back at the end of the day, log into your chart, and you should be able to tell if you would have took a trade that day. You should be able to hop back on the chart at the end of the day after you miss a day of trading and say, I would have entered long right there, my TP would have been right there, and my stop loss would have been right there. You should know exactly where you would have entered. If you can't tell me exactly where you would have entered, you're too discretionary. You shouldn't be like, oh, maybe I would have entered, maybe not. For me, I know exactly where I would have entered if I would have made money if I miss a day of trading. Or if I would have took a loss. And so, Yeah, where was I going with that? But somebody asked a question and I went off it. Do you think trading news is gambling? I mean, yeah, I think so. I mean, not I think so. It's a bigger... You don't know what's going to happen. I mean, unless you have a strategy that I wouldn't recommend it, because even like FOMC, right? FOMC comes out, Jerome Powell starts talking. You can have a perfect setup and he can say something and price can just, go opposite, even though you had a good setup. He'll say something and price will dump or it will shoot up. I personally don't like trading news or whatever. Now, certain news events, if I'm already in a trade, say if it's like almost 10 o'clock and I had a setup at 9:45 and I'm in a trade and I have my stop loss and take profit set, I'll typically hold through a news event, but I won't specifically trade news. Yeah, I mean, today's a good day to sit out. It's not a bad day to sit out. Today's gonna be, I mean, it hasn't been too choppy, to be honest. It's been kind of choppy a little bit in the morning, but it's showing a trend right now. I mean, we're going down. It's shifted momentum to the downside. So hopefully this thing can hit my TP and... Why only one contract? It's just what I decided to take on this trade. I mean, you can even see one contract up 100 and the thing about it is these accounts, this $121 is multiplied by, what is it? It is multiplied by 2 accounts right now. Why is that account? I don't know what's going on here. Oh, it's a, okay. This account is multiplied by 2 right now. So, right, it'll be 150 times 2 if this hits probably take profit, or around there, or 130 or 140, I don't know. So it seems like one contract, it's not a lot, but $300 or whatever on the day is not bad. And this is a funded account. This isn't an evaluation. And this is kind of my fun account. This is not, I have a serious account strategy and I have fun accounts where I just scout, where I just kind of have fun with them. This is my fun account so it's... Yeah, people think you need to like go in super heavy to make money. You don't. You can make, this is exhibit A of you can make money with 1 micro. Like, if you have a plan and you stick to it, it doesn't matter. You got to position size according to what you're comfortable at the moment. Have steady position sizing. Understand what you're risking, because when you take a risk, you understand what you're getting in with. I mean, I understood when I was getting in this trade that this can stop me out. And again, these are my fun accounts, so I don't care too much about these accounts. Bro, this is wild. Just take me out already. Go. My goodness. I may just get out here. Yeah, they're expecting rate cuts for sure. All right. I'm gonna get out. It is what it is. I got out. I don't want this thing to bounce all the way back up. It's already 11 o'clock. I don't really care anymore. It's almost 12 o'clock already, so I'm not about to have this thing bounce all the way back up. So I just took profit there. But I think it's time to walk away. It's a good time to walk away, so looks like it's bouncing up, so it's 20 points, right? So you think about it, am I willing to risk making, either I make an extra 10 points or whatever, or I risk this thing bouncing all the way back up. If it was only 10 o'clock, I would have held it. But it's already 12 o'clock, so I'm ready to hop off. I've been on for like over 2 hours already, I think, so. But, alright, y'all. I will, catch y'all on the flip side. But yeah, be careful, protect your profits. Don't be greedy. Be careful, FOMC. Don't get wrecked. There's so many people that blow their accounts during FOMC, so please don't do anything stupid. It's almost better just to wait till tomorrow and just wait for all the dust to settle, and then just come back tomorrow, and there'll probably be some good price action tomorrow. Oh, there's TP. So, yeah. So, well, I'll be back tomorrow. So, have a good day, and peace out.